hell's so heavy? Oh, Jesus, you're still carrying, like, 200 pieces of meat from all the stuff we killed.
You get a saddle.
I guess it'd be good if I learned to craft arrows, or do I need specifically bolts for this crossbow that you gave me?
They're the same. They're both arrows fit in crossbows or bows. And there are a ton in the gear chest.
Hopefully you've thrown some in there relatively recently. I know I cleaned the gear chest out a little while ago, but I don't know how long.
There's 6.
There's 6? Oh, okay. Sorry.
6 arrows.
Yeah, I didn't know how long ago you had put any in there, so.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize how many you were going through.
Yeah. Give me a sec, I can fly some over. I think I've got a bunch.
Well, he's got
I
plenty
can
of
craft them now,
and we've
so.
got some stuff. So.
Yeah, you know what? You got access to the materials. Go nuts. Alright, we're gonna go over by that hill and see if we can find all them kitty cats that I saw.
And you may have spawned in with
a bunch of cosmetics.
Yeah, the one that I like, or I think both of us like, is putting the sparkler on your torch so that it doesn't block as much of your vision when you've got your torch out.
More light and less obstruction.
And also, if you look in this second shelf, third one from the left, called Drugs and Dyes, if you also dye your torch white, the light comes off white instead of yellow and makes it clearer to see.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have that one.
Oh, the sparkler? There's probably some in this cosmetics chest on the far right of the...
Bound to be, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple torch sparkler skins in the far right of the second row.
Okay, so there's a Titanosaurus.
Prime fish meat needs to come in here, please.
Hello, Titanosaurus.
Get added to the list. Alright, we've got a 6-day timer on this raw prime meat. Should I leave it raw for now, or get it cooked up?
I would say leave it raw for now. We're not in a rush to cook it. We've got lots of cooked stuff.
Yeah, I don't... What is it? The Megalodons like it? If we tame one of them?
Yeah, raw prime is useful for taming things. Pelagornis and Megalodons are among the 2 I can remember off the top of my head. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by the redwood forest here.
Come on, we want to be able to clip you getting chomped on by a kitty again.
Fuck that. Multiple rescue attempts needed to retrieve one's body. There's also the Titanosaurus, and there's a level 90 Gigantopithecus. There's also a crap ton of beehives. Like I found 2 on the same tree in 2 separate places here. You see this?
Nice.
Yeah, so I might have found a solution to our honey problems if we just build a box around these.
I don't know where you got off to, Jam, huh?
5845.
I'm at the western gate, I think.
Okay. Oh, you're just outside?
58.5.
Maybe?
34.7. 58.5.
No, just inside.
Ah, there you go. So I got a saddle for the other Argentavis, which is these big birds, and parked him right near the stairs to that kind of main section of the base. And left him unleveled, so when you jump on, you can pick some levels for it. For these, we've been doing health, damage, and weight. And stamina is also something you'll want to throw a couple into on a flyer. But that will let you fly all over.
Oh, hello.
Zaratu?
And yeah, I think that was the name.
Yep, 02. Megatherum. I don't know if we want one of those.
Yeah, I haven't seen what they do yet. There's an ARK series that I've been watching and haven't again recently, but like he had just gotten some, so I haven't seen him do anything with them yet.
Chitin Farmer.
Just like good at harvesting chitin from things that give chitin.
I'm just reading it here. It's got moderately high base HP that makes it a good tank. Once a ridden Megatherium kills an insect or arthropod, so basically anything with chitin, it gets a buff called Bug Killer, which multiplies its damage by 250% to any target for 2 minutes, which is multiplicative with the passive 150% against bugs. In addition, this buff reduces all incoming damage by about 75%. This makes the Megatherium incredibly potent against bugs. Harvesting the bugs' corpses will yield a massive amount of chitin. At 200% melee damage, you can easily get 200 chitin from one scorpion. They are too large to fit into many caves, though, unless you take them in a cryopod.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're pretty goddamn good for chitin, and they're tanky and they're actually really good at thatch and chitin, so that's cool. Can I pick one up with my bird? I feel like the answer to that's probably hell no. This one's only level 20. I'll try picking that up.
Okay, so if you are near the base, I will go over what all the little structures are in it. So these first little veggie crates, they have the ability to auto sort to them. So they are holding all of our fancy veggies, and they increase the spoil timer on them by quite a lot. And then this is just a campfire, which you can cook on. The more efficient thing to cook with is the grill, which will be near the end of the tour.
We use the campfires mostly to generate charcoal for making gunpowder.
Yeah. Then this bookshelf, I have used the little plus folder thing at the top and organized them into gear, saddles, and structures, because those are the blueprints that you get from the airdrops. And these are all the extra overflow ones, so either duplicates or the lower quality version of ones that are going to be in the Smithicator a little further down. Then we've got another couple of boxes. I think those have berries in them. This S Plus crafting station has all of the engrams for the S Plus version of items. And I am kind of interested in looking at that SS thing, so I may do that. But this will stick around for the time being. And then on top of it is a mortar and pestle, which allows you to do spark powder, which is a fuel, cementing paste, which is used in other crafting, gunpowder, which lets you craft bullets.
And the various drugs.
And then narcotics, stimulants, bug repellent. Some of those are engrams you may not have learned yet, but that's the kind of more vanilla way to do it. There's that big red chemistry station over here also makes all of those things, but it makes them in like 6 at a time instead of 1 at a time.
Industrial batches.
So it makes them a lot faster. Yeah. Then this little wooden table is the S Plus converter. So like if you go to a drop and it has like a regular wood foundation, you can put it in here and then click on it on the right side. And in the center, it'll do convert, and then you can make it the S Plus version of it. So like for a door, that'll make it auto open and stuff like that. Then the next guy is the Industrial Forge, which is a bigger version, kind of a bulk metal smelter. If you put oil and hide in here, it will make gasoline, which is actually something we need a little bit more of here at this base.
I tossed my tiny bit of metal in there.
Okay. So I'm going to pull in like 10 spark powder just so I don't have to worry about turning it off. And pull in all the oil. And sure, we'll do the squid oil too. Why not? And some hide. Lots of hide. And then turn it on. And that will start making it. You'll see the 5 gasoline pop into the inventory momentarily here. And then the generator is actually going to pull it out of here and store it in the generator. I want to say it's a somewhere between 15 and 30 second crafting time.
Yeah, it's not too long.
And I believe it's, what, 6 oil and 5 hide to make the 5 gasoline?
Either that or the reverse. They're odd numbers, they're not...
Yeah. So, that's how that works. And then the metal chunks are turning into metal ingots. So depending on the recipe you're looking for, one or the other will be needed. So the Smithicator is the AA version of a smith and a fabricator. So if you click on the bottom part, you get the smith functions, and if you go up where it says powered, turn on, turn off, that's the fabricator portion. So those are 2 different machines that assemble different engrams. And all of the blueprints that we've collected are stored in here under BP saddles, BP gear, or BP structures. So if you go to the search and like say you want to find a Dode saddle, actually there's 2 of them in here. So I'm going to take oh no, that's the engram for it. So there's a blueprint for many of the saddles that are better than what you would get if you learned the engram. So if you're looking to make a saddle, this is where all of those good blueprints are to start with. Then the fabricator up above does some of the more advanced things.
Fabricationism.
I don't know if it will show you. Oh, like this has the air conditioner in it. I wanted to make one of those for North. I don't have 45 metal ingot, but we're smelting
One
some,
sec.
so that'll start.
Are you sure the air conditioner is what you want for up north?
I believe it heats and cools.
Oh, it does both.
But if you put it in an enclosed space, basically you get whatever the bonus is for it being like over in my beach house. If I turn on that fireplace, I see a little icon for an additional buff. I don't know what it really does, but it's
I had to clean up. I mean,
Okay.
cool down.
oh, because we're standing next to the furnace here.
Yeah, with chitin.
Yeah. So then there's an older style forge. It does smaller quantities, so it's kind of like the mortar and pestle versus the chemistry station.
What is with the color outside? Are you seeing this?
Then we got a repair station and the chemistry station.
Yeah, so the repair, if you put any damaged items in there, like I've got my... one of the things you might want to build in the smithing table is search torch, and there's a Mastercraft torch blueprint in there. If you make one of those, it lasts significantly longer than the vanilla engram torch.
Which is the smithing table.
This one on the lower portion in the corner. And then up at the top of all of those inventory things, there's like a little cloud with a down arrow, and then a number entry box, and then a box with 4 arrows pointing in. If you type in, or it'll say 1 already, but if you click on the blueprint to select that as the recipe, and then click on the box with the 4 arrows, it will gather resources from the surrounding storage to be able to craft that item. And that's part of one of the mods, probably automated ARK.
I think automated ARK.
But that makes it significantly easier than going, okay, I need to find a piece of wood and some flint, transfer them from some box somewhere.
And any way to delete something or just toss it on the ground and wait for it to despawn?
If you toss it on the ground, this little guy over here, this vacuum cleaner, is going to pick it up, and it'll enter into the sorting system. If you really want something deleted, there is this silver trash can over here.
Because why would I need my old torch?
Yeah.
Which I guess is now somewhere in the system.
Could be. Yeah, when it gets sorted, it'll probably land over here in this gearbox, because I think there's some torches in here. Yeah, there's a handful of torches in there. So then we've got 4 rows of storage over here. The OCD vaults have a button that says add resources to list and clear OCD list. So if you clear it, it removes having it be a sort target. And then if you do add resources to list, everything that's currently in that box get added to the list and will continue to be sorted into it. So that's just something to know for a minute and we'll get over to the sorting console. Then we've got these beds. Let's see, lay on bed.
Because as I am now, I am 98 hypothermal and minus 91 hyperthermal.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like something good.
If you could change over to there's plenty of hide armor in here that has I think it has the opposite, or is it ghillie armor that's going to be the opposite?
Hide armor
Well-
is good against the heat, I think.
It is plus hypo and minus hyper.
Yeah, it doesn't insulate you against.
It's more towards hyper. It's 4 times more effective at insulating than it is at dissipating.
There we go.
Basically, the numbers aren't the same, unlike chitin.
Right. Yeah, and in the gearbox, there's ghillie armor that I know is the opposite of chitin. If you wanted to augment with a couple pieces of that to kind of even it out until you raise your fortitude skill to the point where you're not as susceptible to heat changes. And we can look for an otter for you too,
Yeah, the
because that's
otter
going to
is
change your
huge.
numbers a lot too.
I'm wearing an otter that's now my numbers are 888 and 405, so it makes a huge difference. They're a great little
Actually,
companion.
have some both ways.
The otter protects you against both directions,
Both, yeah.
which is awesome. It protects you less against one than the other, but it's like about 35 and 75% for the two different things, so it's still a significant boost. The number is based off of their stats, so... Oh, I have a terror bird here.
So continuing around against the wall, we've got an AA egg crate, and it basically vacuums up any eggs that get laid outside and stashes them in this crate for basically infinite storage. Looks like these are lasting like 6,000 days. And then the AA kibble station allows you to create kibbles from just dino eggs. It's a little bit more expensive of a method to make kibble, but it allows you to make all the different types of kibble immediately.
I think I like this mix and match of ghillie and chitin.
Nice.
Yeah, you get a pretty decent level of protection from either of them. It's just a matter of whether they breathe or not. Is that a Microraptor over there? I think that's a Microraptor.
And then the AA workbench is where all of the automated ARK items get built. I don't think they can be built in the Smithicator at all.
No.
So they're all built over here. And I've learned many of them. Pretty much anything that we have materials for, I've learned. So if you want some things and don't want to spend the engram points, I can do that for you. And then we've got an oil drum, which preserves all of the, particularly the spoilable oil, for a long time. A spoiling bin, which will rapidly deteriorate any raw meat that you put in it, or actually the cooked meat too, right?
Yes.
And looks like in the jerky and everything. But it turns it into spoiled meat and holds 30,000 and it's full. So there's not really much need to spoil any meat. However, spoiled meat is used in narcotics, so that's why it exists, because narcotics help you make trank arrows, trank darts, all of those kind of things. Then we've got fridge freezers. Freezers, less capacity, longer extension on spoilable items. Then we've got a grill here. And yeah, so we've got 2 refrigerators for cooked meat, 2 refrigerators for raw meat, and they used to be full, but we ran out of power and everything spoiled, which is why we've got we had far more than 30,000 spoiled meat. Then we've got frozen raw meats. Is this one exclusively rare flowers? Looks like it.
I feel like we don't need that many, but we don't need the space yet.
Yeah. Then we've got a freezer for advanced foods, which is basically everything that's spoilable that is not just regular raw prime. And I guess the cooked prime is in this other freezer too. So yeah, cooked prime meat. I put the raw prime meat in there too. And it's this one that's closest to the preserving bins because you use that for making jerkies.
I
And then
killed
the
the
last-
fish.
Nice.
I killed a fish and I ate it.
So then if you want to eat it, cook it up, you can come over here to the industrial grill. And I'm going to use the little cloud puller, or the cloud with the down arrow, and grab like 1 spark powder is enough. And then, let's see, we'll do 67 raw meat. Oh, and I think you turned it off and on, so that consumed the 1 spark powder.
Oops.
Which is fine. Spark powder's super cheap. But, so that will grill up a bunch of meat that you can grab to put in your inventory. And if you have more than you want to put in your inventory, these first refrigerators here close to it are the ones that we've been stashing extras in. And then outside, these big red bins are the feeding troughs for the dinos. So we put a variety of things that they eat in there. Spoiled meat, raw fish meat, and then the various types of berries is everything we have so far. There aren't any snails at this base, so we don't need to put any sweet veggie cake in here. But because we had run out of raw fish meat in these refrigerators, that's why it had the red messages on there that certain dinos are gonna starve. And then further towards each outer wall, because the fertilizer silos are providing fertilizer for the plants that are turrets. That's why they're spread out to cover that more. You can do fill crops,
Gonna
or
spoil.
fertilizer. Sorry, what?
I feel like the cooked meat is gonna spoil, but it takes 20 minutes a piece to spoil, I guess.
Yeah, it takes
Yes.
one off the top of the stack, and then it'll start the timer on the next one.
Do
Yep.
you need some of that cooked meat?
I grabbed some from the refrigerator. I've got 50 on me again, which is what 1,000 minutes before it would all spoil. And usually when I log back in, if I've left the server running, my entire stack that I had in my inventory is all gone. But grabbing a dinosaur and killing a critter or two gets you a couple of stacks of meat, and then a little bit of spark powder will cook it all up. So we had 600 cooked meat and 600 raw meat stacks before it all spoiled. So it's not a big deal.
Hello, all.
Ew.
Hey.
Sir JMO the Mojo has joined us.
See that?
In ARK, I mean. Sorry.
I know.
Oh, is this still saying I'm not streaming anymore? It does say stream offline. My video card crashed and it stopped everything.
So how
Just
long
now
will it
noticed that it.
one spark powder?
It burns for 30 seconds or something.
Yeah, 30 seconds to a minute. And I think it might depend on what it's burning in too.
The thing it's burning in, I don't know if it plays a role in it, but it's at least 30 seconds per spark powder reliably.
Right. I think OBS is not grabbed back onto things. I'm going to close that and try and restart the stream. No, not that one.
250 wood. Well, we're almost there.
Come on. Type over here. Switch screens.
Alright. So I need fiber, hide, and wood. Fiber, hide, and
Says it's happy.
wood. 125, 75, 125, 75. Okay, built up.
OBS is already running. No, it's not.
Liar.
I mean, it might be, but no, it's not.
The process might not have ended gracefully.
Why won't you switch windows?
Ah, Jesus, Gallimimus, could you not run me over?
And the multi-tool seemed nice till you realize they don't actually do anything tool-like. Multi-tool, omni-tool.
Yeah. A one-size-fits-all rarely fits anyone, and a tool for all jobs barely does one job. You can use it as a hammer.
I'm gonna guess that is one.
Alright.
With critters that have hundreds of health.
Well, some of our critters have an awful lot of health because they've got an awful lot of levels. When you domesticate them, the food that you use to domesticate them determines how many bonus levels they get, and that can jack their stats up enormously. It's quite impressive. So we've ended up with some beasts that have 10 or 15,000 health. So yeah, it gets a little intimidating to try and compete with the health pools that some of these animals have.
Why am I running so slow?
Because your inventory is heavy, probably.
I get 99 out of 110.
Yep. Yeah, the carry.
I mean, I can't even run anymore.
Just start the stream. Yes, do the thing.
The carry
Make
capacity
it all come back.
is not the absolute max you can carry, but it gives you an indication of how much you can carry before you stop moving.
Alright, that
usually
looks
you
like
stop
we're live
moving
again.
within about 10 or 15 pounds of it. But like just now, I was crafting a raft, and I was loaded well over my carry limit, just for the purpose of crafting that one thing.
Not even over my limit.
No, but you're within a close enough margin that it'll slow you down
Yeah,
considerably.
it starts to decline as you have more on you.
It makes sense when you think about it, but it's like the only game where you've ever had to deal with your movement speed being hampered by your carry capacity being used. I can't think of another game where they've done that, and it's a neat mechanic. I like it, but it's a pain in the ass because it's different.
All right. 8-Ball, you're going to get a new name because you're all brown.
Oh,
So
so
we're going
that's
to
number
call
7.
you 7-Ball.
Oh, wow. Oh. I was thinking, why isn't the attach being picked up by the vacuum? But it was. It just took a while.
Yeah, it doesn't run constantly. It, it's like every few seconds.
Yeah, it fires every 10 or 20 seconds or something. That is sufficient to pick up all the crap. Alright.
I'm sorry, 8-Ball. You got demoted to 7-Ball.
Wouldn't that be a promotion? You know, your number 1 is the next in charge, and your number 2 is after that. So wouldn't that be a promotion?
No, because 8-Ball was low level and sucked, and then 10-Ball came along and he was better, and then 13-Ball came along and he was even better. So I'm just hoping that when I find a 150, it's mostly white with brown accents, so it can be 15-Ball.
Yeah, 7-Ball doesn't have a game named after it.
Right.
Well, the 8-Ball is the kiss of death in any game except when you're actually supposed to touch it / sink it / whatever. So it's only because of the controversy that it got a game named after it.
So is that enough of a tour to get started?
You
I
snakes, let's go away.
Okay.
Really have a purpose
and
yet. I'll find one.
if I'm gonna come up to Zeratu and I'm gonna hold down the E key, and I'm gonna go to behavior, and instead of stance passive, I'm gonna change it to attack your target. So if you point at him, oh, you know what? Did you get an awesome spyglass out of the gear box? I don't know
No.
if one was available. That is a higher level engram. I'm gonna make you one of those because they are awesome. Awesome spyglass.
Oh,
Pull for one.
mushy.
Create.
Mr. Chibbles here.
Yes.
Chibbles, I'm currently not beyond the PC, so I'm to sleep. Still AFKing, placing.
And drop that.
Anyone making that up?
So when you throw that on your hotbar and use it, if you hit Alt S, a configuration window will pop up, and like you can change what crosshair style it is and a couple of other things. Probably not a whole lot, but you may want to turn off some of the information if you're not ready to be overwhelmed by everything all at once.
Jill, could you make out what he said?
Yep.
He said something about being on the server and AFKing.
Not by a PC or something, okay.
Yeah, not by a PC.
So I think he was telling me just AFK, wasn't it?
I think so.
That's what I thought I heard. Guess I'll find out the hard way.
How is your orienteering? Do you want me to fly you over to where digital is and then up to the green tower to see what I'm making up there?
I can find that.
Okay. Actually, both of them are pretty easy to get to. If you fly up high here, you'll see the green tower. If you shoot a little bit left of it from this base, you'll end up at the green outpost.
And from either
And then the
base,
red...
just head right for the red tower.
Yeah, and his is a little bit closer to us than the red tower, and slightly to the left as well. So kind of along the shore, but you should be able to find anything. You should be able to find both of those outposts.
Yeah, it'll be super noticeable.
To the east of the beach base is our largest taming pen. It's 4 tall, and you can trap or
You can trap other
lift.
players
You can
in it.
pick. You can pick up a whatever the Argentavis can grab, which is a significant amount of the medium and small dinos, and drop it in there and be able to trank it out without risk of it being attacked by another dinosaur while it's unconscious, which
Or
lowers
running away.
the effectiveness. Yeah, or running away. So the taming pen makes all of that a lot easier to do. But I think you've probably been watching and seeing us do some of that too. So.
I haven't been watching a lot.
Oh, okay.
At least not attentively.
Well, that's totally fine.
What
I
the
see
fuck
some-
are you doing up here, little guy?
Grab that.
There's
I'm gonna grab it, so yeah.
What have you got going on?
there's a
Near the
teeny-
green tower, I see some loot or something. Supply crate.
Yeah, so
Those are level.
Requires level 15 to open. Well, fuck you too, game. What level am I? 14. Fuck. No,
if you're
13.
if you're on your Argent, that one would be big enough to pretty much kill just about everything. But if like any dino that you come up that's less than say 50, you should be able to just maul it, and you should be able to get another couple levels pretty easily.
Yeah, first levels are easy.
And in my experience with the Argent, particularly attacking ground creatures, I'll hit space and land and then hit them. And then after the body is on the ground, hitting them again with your Argent will
How do I
collect all
call
of the
for
meat
my
and stuff
Argent?
off of them. If you aim at it and press the T key, that will tell it to come to you. T is follow me.
Because I fell off as I tried to fly into the water to attack some fish.
Yes, you will get ejected from your dinos if they touch water. Except for the Pelagornis, is that
Pelagornis.
correct?
Correct.
There you are. Yeah, so then this Alpha Raptor over here might be on the edge of too much for that particular Argent to take on. But if you come back down this direction, downriver, and are... Actually, it looks like you're doing 160.
And it's
You might be
dead.
able to kill it. But yeah, so if you're near me killing this guy, It should give you some decent XP.
JMO getting some revenge on the Raptors.
It's not even. Oh, yeah, I guess he did get ganked at first.
That was the very first thing he met was a tech raptor.
And your bird's probably going to be a better harvester of bodies than you are.
Probably. Why does it say I have 17 points available now that I've hit level 15?
Have you spent any on leveling up, like health, stamina, etc.?
No, none yet. Just
Oh,
weight
I wonder
and
if
movement
there's.
speed and fortitude.
I wonder if 15 gives bonus ones or something.
No, I think
Or
you get
is it
bonus
your
ones earlier on.
Argent?
I think you get bonus ones earlier on. You start out with several at like first or second level. When you get your first level, I think they give you like 3.
Yeah, so if you hit F while you're on your Argent, it's going to show their stats, and in the center at the top tab it says them. You can switch it over to you and see your stats. So I don't know if you have been leveling your Argent instead of you.
No, I've been leveling myself because you can't
Okay.
train fortitude on the Argent.
True. If you want to take down this big Brontosaurus, that should probably get us some levels too.
Yeah, that's good XPs. And the Argent is easy on the Bronto. I pretty regularly go and eat them when I need prime meat. So I don't know if you saw what I just collected there, Wolf.
Nope.
Do you see my 2 new buddies, my 2 wingmen?
Yeah, nice. Are they
What?
big?
164 and 187.
So now if you attack that body, you'll probably get... you'll want to use your Argent to do it, and you'll harvest a lot of prime meat. And then we can fly back to...
I got 5.
Yeah, I think I grabbed 3, because I hit it once before I saw it was dead. This Brontosaurus is just 5 too, if we want to kill it. And then we can go back and
What
cook
was
up
the
that
key
prime
for
meat.
my Argent to inventory and such?
F.
While you're on it, hit F.
Okay.
So I got 2 off of that one. And I've got a bunch from the Alpha Raptor. But particularly the prime meat spoils pretty quick. It used to be 10 minutes, but this very latest patch doubled that today.
Well, it's now 19 minutes or something.
Well, they also gave us, they gave us that time, but they still didn't give us the ability to stack them. So that's the kicker. Is every single one of them is
Yeah, they
spoiling
all
simultaneously.
expire at the same time. But yeah, it's with the fog and getting dark, you may want to head back towards one of the bases. If you turn left and come this side of the green tower, we can hit the green outpost.
Just don't turn left at Albuquerque, whatever you do.
Just don't make a hard left.
Don't do what Wolf does.
I'll just follow Dum Dum.
Oh, sorry,
Around,
Wolf.
around here we call him Wolf, but you may know him better.
No, it's the bird. Come on, man.
Oh, that dum-dum.
Gotta be more specific.
Okay. let's go over here before that frickin' Therizino attacks me. I think I lost the other high level I was looking at.
Alright, so I'm going to look in my grill here. Grab a spark powder.
Don't pick
Okay,
any.
I'll take 2. And then raw prime. Yeah, there's so much raw prime around here.
Well,
Let's see, pull 24 at first, turn this on.
oh, you bugger. Go away, Therizino. Nothing but trouble, buddy.
So these industrial grills grill up 12 prime meat at a time.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Just land somewhere that the Therizino isn't. How the hell do I miss with a frickin' bola? Alright.
So I don't recall how much food comes back from or how much food you gain from a cooked prime. Is it double? Is it 20 instead of 10? Or 40 instead of 20?
No, it's like 25 or something. It's barely worth it.
Oh, okay.
The cooked prime is really better off being used to make jerky and
Jerky.
other stuff. Yeah. Hello, Carno. What are you doing? What are you doing, Carno? Stop being a dick.
Well, I put all the raw meat, well, most of the raw meat that my Argent had into the feeding trough.
Oh, okay.
Seems like a good move.
I will support that.
One snail has been rescued.
Also seems like the crossbow doesn't do a whole lot of damage.
The base one is not great, but it's better than the bow. And
I think I handed him 150%-ish.
Yeah, 157.
yeah, it's a lot better than having to do melee with these brutes.
It's a lot better than nothing, it's just not that awesome.
Yeah, your best bet in a fight is being on a dinosaur.
Because the dinosaur will take the beating instead of you, unless it's specifically one that can dismount you, like Microraptors and so on. Thylacoleo.
And if you want, I think it's about 10 episodes is the basics. On YouTube, if you look up a guy named Flinger Foo with PHs,
That's a great name.
he's his series soloing the ARK season 5. I think like the first 10 episodes are here's the absolute basics. And I found those pretty helpful.
Well, that's enough of an intro to ARK, a bit of an information overload.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you may want to go back and look at that at your own pace. etc. Because Digital and I are at a different mindset of what we want to do than where you would be at on your first day.
Yeah.
One's trying to conquer
Yeah.
the world, the other's trying to save it.
And the other is trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, pretty much. I just didn't want you to get caught in the middle.
So I can make a
What
house
guy
out of
did you say?
thatch.
On YouTube?
Flinger Foo. Let's see. I'll see if I can pull it up here.
Okay,
Do you want to
YouTube.
DM me that link too when you find it, Wolf?
Sure.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, if you just type PHLINGER, he kind of auto completes here. Flinger Foo. I will actually point you straight to the playlist.
Okay, that's rotten.
Playlist. Soloing the ARK Season 5. View playlist. Okay. There. Yeah, it's with a PH.
Pflinger.
Pflinger? Pfizer? Pfone?
Now, Pfizer's a bad example because they're just PF. He's
Yeah,
actually PH,
true.
isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That is wrong.
God. You're showing your Steam
Sure
on
is.
screen. You're showing your Steam. Now everybody knows
Yeah,
Sir Mojo.
he's got the same name. I think it's okay.
The cat's out of the bag, man. The cat's out of the bag.
Why did he have a cat in the back?
Message.
Well, that was the gimmick back in the day.
Fair enough.
12 is 24, 36.
I'll never understand you humans.
Careful, it's on stream, man.
30.
And my credit card code is... I don't have a credit card. I'm not an idiot.
Male carbon enemies. Hi, thanks for visiting. I need your chitin, and your girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend?
Jesus, Wolf. Gentle. Ease into that.
Use some lube, man.
You know, force is not the next best thing to lube. I'm just gonna say. 9 out of 10 women agree. Force is not as good as lube. Okay. Cooked
Kind of
meat.
disturbing that it's only 9 out of 10.
Well, some like it rough. I don't judge.
It's usually the redheads.
Let's not do that.
And the blondes.
Oh,
10
sorry.
monkey. Oi, that is dark. So the other setting you may want to look at changing
teaching him about that gamma thing?
options, keyboard bindings, set gamma 1 and set gamma 2. Changing your gamma is allowed on the server, and I've set mine to the numpad divide and multiply so that you can make it brighter at nighttime.
The numbers you use the same as the ones I use?
I don't know what I used whatever the default numbers were.
Okay.